Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned in to On the Real After the Credits, our weekly Walking Dead recap show. Say that 3 times fast. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and joining me today is Negan himself.
How y'all doing out there in TV land?
Bitches.
Why gotta be all that though?
The last best hope for the resistance. Because you bright and you're feisty. That's why.
Why, man?
Gina, what's up? Thank you for joining us. And I want to, I will wait. Yes. So, this episode is Season 8, Episode 10, The Lost and the Plunderers. And we are here to talk all about it. So.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
What up?
Mr. Woods, I introduced you, right, Mr.
No,
Woods?
you didn't.
I did not introduce you. I apologize, good sir.
The
last best hope
he
for the
said
resistance.
that.
I did say the last best hope for the resistance.
He super said it.
I did. It's okay because we got this recorded.
Yeah, we do.
I heard him say it.
He did it.
I said it. God damn it.
He got thrown off. It's all good.
Okay.
Start it up.
So, what do we think about this episode tonight, folks? I thought it started off very well.
It had its good parts and its bad parts.
Yeah, but you can say that about every episode. Why don't we get specific?
Specific? Okay, I can tell you the bad parts first.
Okay.
The bad parts was Enid and what's his name? Starboy.
Wow, that's what we're doing.
Well, I just know Ross Marquand.
Ross Marquand.
But
whoever.
What's
his name
in this show? Since you really know this thing,
it left my mind. It'll come back to me.
Forgettable character.
No, he's not. He's not at all. But it'll come back to me.
That's crazy.
The gay one.
Hey Kelly, what's up? What's up?
That guy.
What up?
How you doing? Thank you.
I don't know his name on the show.
On point.
Right. Don't worry
but they're not like he doesn't get camera time like that, and I only know Enid's name.
Aaron is his name.
Aaron,
Kelly
there you
told
go.
us.
See,
boy,
I know. I know Enid's name because of Carl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Carl.
Maybe you don't know Aaron because you so far up Negan's bat.
Yeah. I like what you did there. We go.
That you just don't know his name.
Whatever, bro. I'm on the winning team.
Okay. All right. That's
for now, right?
That's how you think that's gonna play out,
right?
Hey, man, that's how it was in Carl's dream, man. Okay. I'm Team Carl.
Yeah.
And Carl believed in a world that we could all work together, man.
Nah, you're not Team Carl. You're Team Negan.
Yeah, definitely Team Negan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into this thing. So in the beginning of this episode, it was. I feel like it was a good ode to Carl. And I feel like there was a lot of good symbolism. I love the score that they were playing, and I love the symbolism of the gazebo that was burning and how Michonne wanted to save it.
Yeah, she wanted to save it because she's like, Carl used to sit up there and eat pudding and shit.
It was setting the mood right.
But they couldn't save it.
They couldn't save it.
And that's the point, because Carl is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can pretend like he's still here.
You're like when they showed the little handprints and it's just like, oh man, Carl's gone.
Right.
Look at him.
But there was symbolism.
Look at him holding the Negan toy.
Yeah.
Symbolism.
Look at you. We'll get to Negan in a minute. Don't worry.
Why you hating on Negan,
He's
man?
so Team Negan.
Why you hating on my guy?
Okay. That's what we're doing? All right. You have to put him next to you. Okay, but listen.
I was getting worried with this episode when they had those shots, that was going in when it was.
We thought it was about to be real B movie.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Now here's the thing.
I got worried.
It started off real
strong.
Yes, I was very happy.
Set the tone
with the way it started off, and I was emotionally invested. I was like, This is kind of reminding me of the old Walking Dead.
The good old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they get to the garbage mouth people.
Yeah.
And then they have this crazy, super jump close up.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, are they going to fall for the garbage mouth people again?
Yeah.
This just turned into the Dukes of Hazzard.
No, all I needed was that from Batman.
Yo,
the old school Batman.
When they ran up in there, we was talking about it earlier, bro. It was super Home Alone. It's just like they falling into all the booby traps,
all these stupid
the paint and all that shit. And I was just like, come on, son. But it played out. It paid off later in the end.
They brought the paint back. Now, but we have to, before we get to how that paid off, we have to come back to Enid and Aaron.
The worst part of the show, yeah.
Let's talk about this so we can get it out of the way.
Was it bad acting or bad writing, or was it a combination of the two?
It could be all of the above.
Or is it the director? Because it's the director's job to get the best job out of his actors. So if you are the director and you saw that, you thought that was the best that you could get, that's what you're going with? Really?
That's what you're doing.
That's the best you could do? Like, when I watched that crap, I was just like, come on, son. Like, y'all can't do better than this?
Damn.
It's just like, when I seen, it's just like, yo, they went in there, like, you just killed my effing grandmother, and then you're telling me about whatever bullshit you're saying, pow! Shoot her in the face. Shut the F up, whatever.
Damn.
Like, you
gotta do it like that?
If that was you, and they just came in there and then she trying to talk to you about whatever you should know, and you just killed my grandmother, you wouldn't shot her right in her damn eye?
Easy there, Chief.
Don't tell me about easy. Tell me what you would do, honestly.
No, all I'm saying is she was bright, right?
Yeah, she bright and feisty.
She was rude. But
pow!
I had more of a problem with
telling them the
Bible
truth.
say eye for eye.
All I'm saying.
So I'm gonna shoot that chick in the eye.
I mean, I think they should have let Aaron go and maybe kill Enid. Like who did she think she was?
Cause she was talking way too much. Pow! That's it. Shot.
I just don't appreciate she's jumping in there trying to say
back smack.
What she's say.
She deserved a back smack for that crap.
Yeah, I don't appreciate
super back smack. And you can't even say like whatever because it's a dude. It was a chick. Back smacked. And she's black.
Damn.
She's black. Super smacked.
But I don't know if she's
crazy. You crazy in real life? In real life, she's half black or whatever she is. She's whatever.
She's a person of color.
It doesn't matter. Yo, she would have got smacked fire out of her. Stomped. Are you crazy? Are you crazy talking all that crap and you just killed my grandmother? What? Are you serious?
Okay. So
yeah, I don't.
What
yeah,
about
y'all can say whatever, but you know what you would do. You know what you would do.
Letting them out. Aaron wanting to go back after they got out.
But feeling like he's gonna take this on for himself.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to uphold his boyfriend's memory.
His husband.
It was his.
His husband.
They were married.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get it together.
That was his boyfriend. So yeah, I
Same
think he was
thing.
just trying to.
It's just a piece of paper.
Uphold his husband's.
Did they get married before the apocalypse? Who married them?
Defend.
Is it legally binding? We don't
defend
even
his
know.
honor and try and hold true and see if he can bring them together. Bring the people from. I don't know what group they are. Not the beach group or whatever. I don't know what's the.
They the group who got their guns taken. Is who that group is.
I mean, it's an all female.
I call them some other stuff, but I'm censoring myself because I don't want to.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
I want to say something crazy.
How about you watch your mouth? Okay, so but I want to talk about Aaron going back. What was his goal there? What was he trying to
get them on the team?
As I say, he's trying to uphold his husband's honor and like.
No, it's just
what
like.
What does that have to do with his widowed husband? What does that have to do? What does him going back have to do with that?
To not giving up the fight.
I mean,
because they're telling him no, don't come back, right? Like you're done. Like get out of here. And the only thing I can think of is
Oceanside. See,
Oceanside. See,
Kelly's
that's why. That's
Thank
why
you.
we have
Thank
viewers.
We
appreciate you.
No, we appreciate Kelly.
That's what the live is about.
Just give a shout out to Kelly. Everybody.
Shout out to Kelly.
Shout out to Kelly.
Okay.
Clap it up. Team Kelly.
I don't think. Okay, she says, "Is he deserting?" I don't think he's deserting.
No.
I think it's a lot of that like forceful. Okay, we have to save them, which is like, look, you've driven that point home enough. Like, I get it. You want to save people, but like, why don't you leave them alone? You took their guns. You killed their mother. They let you go. They could have killed you by rights.
Yeah.
And you still talking smack to him. And now
bright
you
and fierce
back in the face by walking back there. So I don't think he's deserting. I think he's trying to get them to join the group. But like,
let me explain to you something. The key to survival is numbers. There's way more walkers than there are live people. And the key to survival is numbers.
Is there?
Everybody has their way to get more numbers. But,
the walkers are not the dangerous part of this new world. It's the humans, right?
It depends because it's just like, but still, you got to worry about the humans. You got to worry about the humans, but still, somebody has to keep those humans
Let
in
me
check.
ask you a question though. When they were walking him out, did you think they was pulling one of those moves where it's like, all right, we gonna tell you we walking you out, but really we're gonna kill you in the forest?
No, I had
Tell you look at the flowers.
I had no inclination. Like I felt nothing. Like I knew they were gonna let them away.
But that's part of what you were talking about with the writing, right? Because if I was writing that scene, like you have to give some level of tension right there, where okay, we're walking them out, but anything could go. You just knew. They're not ready to kill Enid yet because they do a lot of signaling when they're getting ready.
Let me explain to you something. It's just like how I was just explaining.
We can get caught in.
You're right. But as I was just explaining, if it was to cause that tension, if she had smacked her in the face and said how dare you came in here and you did this and you did that, and she listed it for her. This is what you did to us, and you come to me and tell me whatever. And then you see her in some real acting and see her crying and trembling, like yo, I should kill you right now, but that's not my way, and then let them go, and then have this one come back. Then that would have been, but that's on the director.
Yeah, it's very melodramatic to me. Like they could have done more with it, but it kind of felt like they were basically saying we need to get from point A to point B. So it's very
paint by numbers, bro. That scene was very paint by numbers.
You don't know exactly what you're going to see on the following episode to see if they're going to play that up or play that down.
But I'm just saying, it was not. Don't know. Their part was not executed well.
Okay.
It could have been better.
All right.
But I'm not a director, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying to me,
enough of the ocean side. Now, what I really want to talk about is this beef or this burgeoning beef with Simon and Negan.
Real quick, even with the situation of something with Oceanside and why it's so important that Aaron is trying to get them to fight is because he knows that them sitting on the sidelines is more of a detriment than them joining the war, regardless of how they feel about any of the situations. Because even him and his husband, his late husband, was of the mindset that maybe you could possibly sit on the sideline and you know everything will be all right. As far as Alexandria, and his husband joined the fight late, still died, right?
Now,
but it's better to fight than to not do anything at all.
And I'd rather be a lion for a day than a lamb that lives forever.
Not according to how you feel like what Rick should have did, but we'll get to that.
But his husband was saying that it's better to fight than to sit on the sideline. That was what he was saying to Aaron.
Let me explain to you something. You could say whatever, but because of your guy Daryl jumping the gun, it's a time and a place for everything. You feel me?
About Daryl though.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Rick.
Okay,
Daryl's on my bad side. Now, by the way, Kelly says that Jadis was painting by numbers. She's talking about the garbage of people. Right. I don't think that was painting by numbers. I think I kind of like what happened there. And can we just all
let me explain to you something? Let me talk about Jaden, let me talk about the leader of the garbage mouth people, as Steven calls them, the garbage pail kids, or as just Negan called them, the garbage people.
Garbage mouth people. Okay.
Steve is garbage mouth people, but nobody ever called them the garbage people. But I think they stole it from you and just shortened it. They got it from this show.
I do not recognize them as anything other than garbage mouth.
Garbage mouth people.
Continue.
I just say they're a dirty sex group.
The garbage mouth people, you know, and she still wants the Rick stick, be clear. But the garbage mouth people, I like that scene, but it's just like they were playing possum. We were talking about this earlier, but in other episodes, if you all watch this show, we've always been wondering about that helicopter that Rick saw. And now from this episode, we have confirmation that the helicopter is from the garbage mouth people.
Yes.
They own the helicopter.
Where are they going? Now, Kelly does point out that Simon's going to get it when Negan finds out. And yes, and see, in the beginning when they had that paint on the ground, I was like, we were just talking about that. How
I expected to hear, you know, the Benny Hill music.
Zwinks! But the whole point of showing the Rick slip in the paint was to do the foreshadowing to show that
what was going to happen with Simon.
Timing was. That lets you know when Simon got there versus when Rick got there. And so when you saw the paint on Simon's boots later, you knew that Rick is going to tell Negan. Now
it's just on like jumping with time and playing with time, and from everybody's perspective. That's why they were showing all the names of the people, and it was also like double entendre for like Carl's letters.
Except he didn't write no letter
To Simon.
people.
Or whatever, but it was just like playing off that as well. That's what I believe.
At first
it's like
I
the
thought
symbolism
they were
of the
doing
letters and then the people.
I thought they were doing some 13 Reasons Why kind of thing. Where it's like every one of these letters of people I want to talk to, and then we're gonna go and focus on them. But
no, they were lost, and there was Plunderers.
But I do want to point out how Rick is in IDGF mode, and we all
he don't give a fiznuck.
Grind time.
So yes, grind time, and he didn't even care. He wasn't. It's not like, oh, I gotta save people. No. Oh, you don't got soldiers? Bye.
Yeah, you're
shot
useless
over
to me.
Yo,
you're
you.
useless to me.
But that's the same thing he did to Sukma Dick or Sadiq.
I was just about to say that. Every time Rick shoot over somebody,
It's just like, I'm not gonna kill you, but F you.
I kind of want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Rick back in like season 4 or 5 when he just like ran somebody over with the car. You remember when they started the episode?
Yeah.
And that's the Rick I want to see.
I want to see Rick on his biting people in the neck, cold blooded, like when dude was about to take Carl's innocence.
I think that's season 6.
See, it might be season 6. Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, when Rick was hallucinating, I want to see that Rick.
Right.
And I want to see Rick hallucinating and going crazy.
Going nuts. That's all.
Yes,
season 6.
and then him and Morgan link up and just on some murder, death, kill.
Okay.
On some
maybe,
Michael Myers and Freddy.
Or maybe you would prefer to see Rick bowing down to Negan
and carrying his back.
I want to see Negan and Rick on the same team battling Simon.
Yeah, but there can only be one alpha. So who do you want on top of that sandwich?
Mr. Negan.
Let me explain to you something.
As you get a single.
Carl wanted everybody to work it out. Carl wanted can't we all just get along? Carl saw the good in Negan. And I don't know why you guys don't see the good in Negan. Okay? Let me explain to you something. I don't have my single shot, so don't even cut me off.
No, you got your single shot.
I got my single.
Handle your business.
Negan and his group are called the Saviors.
Yes.
You feel me?
Okay.
We agree that, like, okay, the walkers ain't really the problem. It's the other people that are out there. But
Simons and
the Simons and the whatnot. But there has to be somebody who shows them more crazy than they are. There has to be somebody who shows them this, that he will do whatever so that they will bow down, so that there's not complete chaos.
I would argue that Rick is crazier than all of them.
I get that because now Rick is on his, he don't give a F. He don't give a fistnut right now. But there has to be somebody to show these crazy people I'm more crazy than you. And Simon is that necessary. I mean, not Simon. Negan is that necessary evil.
Okay, sir.
You feel me?
Okay.
Because who would keep all these people in check? Then everybody would be getting effed up. I'm not saying Negan is a perfect leader because Negan does some effed up crap. You know what I'm saying?
Like
but there has
no.
Let me get. Maybe Negan got lost in it and he lost himself.
Possibly.
But I believe there is good in Negan because if Carl saw good in Negan, why don't you see good in Negan?
So can I ask you one question?
But I'm not done.
Carl thought it was wise to go and save Sadiq, so I don't know if I could trust Carl's judgment.
Well, maybe if Rick was a better father and there for his son instead of worrying about other stuff that he shouldn't be worried about, then his son would still be alive.
Can I ask you a question?
Woods, you please go ahead before I jump
I'm
over
still.
this table.
I just want to ask you one question. Yeah. So, I mean, since Negan is the savior of all of us, are you co-signing when Negan says to Rick, about Michonne, give me that?
He never said that. At no point ever.
At any point.
Shush.
At any point.
Shush. Negan does not like black chicks. And any of his stable of women.
So now he's racist.
Okay. Oh.
Did you see even one? Did you see even one black chick in his stable?
That absolves everything. I didn't think of it like that.
So Rick was never in danger of that.
So what happens when he says, give me Maggie?
Give me Maggie?
He asked for Maggie. Yes, he did.
Let me explain to you something. Negan does what he does, but it's like in his mind, the chicks are going along with it. Because chicks don't go. Let me see. Shush. I'm not saying he didn't lose himself in it.
Steve, prepare to save this man.
Shush. I'm not saying he didn't get lost in it, but Negan is a necessary evil because he keeps all these other crazy people in check. You think Rick could keep them all in check?
Yes.
All these. You think Rick could keep Simon?
One neck out, and everybody will get in line.
No, but then Rick, you're not gonna keep all these savior dudes the crazy ones from raping everyone. In Negan's mind, I'm not saying Negan didn't get lost in this shit, but Negan is just like, yo, I have to show them force so that all these people fall in line.
Maybe Rick just wouldn't allow anything like that to occur.
Because he would kill them all.
You know what they do in Game of Thrones?
Let me explain to you something. Simon, let me explain to you something.
And you might not know what the word gelded is, but just use your imagination.
Let me explain to you something. Negan tries to kill the least amount of people to keep people in check. You feel me? I'm not saying it's right, but in his mind, it's just like, this is the only way to keep order. And he is the one who keep all those crazy mother efforts at bay.
Why does your memory not remember whatsoever that the people who was in those spots, those satellite spots, had pictures of people they brutally killed, raped, and plundered? Why do you not recall that?
All of those
if you are the leader of those people.
All of those people aren't bad.
Oh my God. All right, so...
And Negan don't tell them to do that shit.
So why doesn't he take care of him? Why doesn't he kill him?
When he finds out about it, he takes care of it.
Okay.
He can't know about everything. You feel me? But when he finds out about it, he takes care of it. Negan's, his whole thing is, I kill one person to teach you whatever the hell. But he doesn't want everybody to die. Like when mad people was about to die before Negan came back at the Savior's place. All those people aren't bad. But because he wasn't there to keep the fucking dogs in check, pardon my French, but he saved people from dying when he came back there.
So Negan's
the riot was about to go on and mad people was about to die, but Negan stopped that thing from happening. In Negan's mind, I'm not saying he's perfect, but he saves other people from dying.
So clearly you're a Team Negan as you are dressed up as Negan.
All I'm saying is,
as a savior.
Even if, I'm not saying, look, Rick and his group killed like 30 or 40 of Negan's people. 30 or 40, and he was only going to kill one.
Does this man
He was only going to kill Glenn. And how is that not fair to you? I'm only going to kill one of your people. You took all our resources. You killed 40 of my people at the outpost. Because Rick and them didn't have no beef with the Saviors. Because they had never came to where they was at. They had never came to Alexandria. You feel me? Whatever it was, Negan's system of whatever, he had never came there and did whatever. Rick killed to get whatever he wanted from the Hilltop. He killed 40 of their people. They was killing people in their sleep. There were bad people in Negan's outpost, but that's not all of them. And they killed innocent people. Even when Maggie and what's her name, Carol were there, they didn't kill them. They treated them well. They didn't beat them or whatever the hell. They were sensitive to their needs. It's not all of them aren't bad people. You feel me? They're just trying to survive. And everybody has their different system of leadership. But the bottom line is, as Negan said, Rick got his son killed.
Okay. Now, Yob, do you want to...
Even if Rick was his plan...
Slow down.
Even if it was Rick's plan to kill Negan, he should have waited.
Okay, now let me explain something to you, good sir. Before... Okay. You might be Team Negan.
Right.
But I'm on the real side, okay?
You got your one shot? Get your one shot.
Look, so let me say something to you. It is not Rick's fault that Carl went to do something dumb, right?
It's just Carl's dumb.
Rick said,
or is it, let's be clear.
Rick said do not go after that guy. Negan was just playing one of his head games to get Rick off of his pivot. His pivot, yes. And the whole point of this whole thing is that there is a better way to lead people. Yes. Right? But Negan...
Evidently not.
No, Negan will... And if you say that it's Rick's fault, he should have just got in line and carried around who you call it, Negan's
Lucille.
Carried around Lucille.
His theoretical penis.
Right, and they should just take half of the stuff that you work for, and then take all your weapons and then let you fend for yourself. That's the kind of world where you got to move into, where it's basically slavery.
Smart leadership.
Let me explain to you something.
So if that's the world that it becomes, then maybe nobody should live in that world.
Let me explain.
Maybe everybody should be zombies.
No, you had your one shot.
No, you had your
We're
time.
gonna come back to me
Mr. Negan
though.
over here.
We're gonna come back to me.
We're
gonna come back to me though.
You got a one shot now, sir. Please.
No, it's nothing. I need to. There's
Get your
nothing
one
I need to
shot.
say. You right off of this logic. So if Negan comes around, right, and he's gonna say, you know what, all these figurines right here,
Yeah.
all of them are mine. And what I need you to do is go out there and get me more figurines because I like what you got here. I like this setup.
And
I
then
need
in
more
front
of
of
that.
your son, he's gonna demasculate you and make you carry around his bat, and then disrespect you in front of your son, letting your son know that you soft.
And he's gonna tell you that, you know what, champ, your father right here, he's a great guy. He knows how to get me these figurines, and I want him to get more of it for me. And then he's gonna tell you that you're not gonna be able to utilize these figurines. You're not even gonna be able to see them, but just keep bringing them back for him.
Yeah.
Team Negan, right? I mean,
Let me
you
explain
got
to you
him.
something.
You got him, but it's mine now. You with that?
Let me explain to you something.
You worked hard for it, but it's mine now.
Let me explain to you something.
You know what Rick would do? He would say, "Oh, I appreciate what you got here, man," and leave you be.
Let me explain to you something. How is my guy Eugene living?
Don't
just
try
said,
to
I'm
what
Negan.
does this have to do
No.
with
Negan said, I am
Eugene.
Negan. I am Negan, and Eugene is living like a king. He was disrespected. He was the lowest of the low on the totem pole when he was on Rick's team. But he just said, I'm Negan. And King over there, whatever he want. He don't have to do nothing to nobody or whatever, and he's useful, and he's right there.
What gave you the indication
he's never disrespected. He's never disrespected, and he's honored as a useful member of society, and they are protecting people. So how is that? If Rick had just fell in line from jump, and let's be clear, my guy Daryl that we all want dead got my guy Glenn killed. Yeah. Daryl got him killed.
Well, but see,
Daryl got him killed because as much as we like, as much as we like,
you know what he's doing?
He's
deflecting.
No, I'm not deflecting.
This is the Trump stuff. Also, you're screaming too loud and we're popping the mics.
I'm sorry about that.
Super Trump stuff.
I'm sorry about that. I've been sipping. I've been drinking.
Okay.
But
right. Why don't we
my
just
guy
take it down a notch?
Turn it down a notch.
Why don't we stop screaming at everybody? Now,
but my guy.
Now, the point is, the path to the future cannot be through subjugation.
Yes.
Right? And if that is what it takes, then
how do
just
you
give
keep
up now.
Let me explain to you something. Then how do you keep the Simons in check?
You know what? Maybe the Europeans were right about slavery.
No, it's not about slavery.
You got to go out there and plunder and take what you want.
No, because
that's Simon's mindset. Kill them all.
If Rick had a fellow no. If you agree that blah blah blah, Negan's thing is like, I am my way is the way, but he don't know whatever. He's like, this is how we keep everybody alive, and I have to kill at least one person to show you that I mean business, so that you don't come back and kill me. Negan's point is I got to keep myself alive, but I got to stop all these other crazy people from killing everybody else. So I come to you, right? And I have to, if you do whatever, then I have to do this to show you that I mean business. But I show all these other crazy people that I'm more crazy than them.
But again.
But it's all a facade. But Negan fell into it like he's too whatever. Like even when he's with these women, he believes that they choose to do it because it's women who refuse Negan, and he doesn't force them to do whatever. He doesn't rape them. He's just like, oh, okay, that's cute. You refuse me.
Wait, hold on. Not even going there, but
just his head is just
note,
like they come.
No, didn't all the women want to kill themselves? Like, just kill that noise. Like, they wanted to kill themselves. Like, that's just fact. There's nothing to discuss about that.
I'm saying Negan got lost in it.
What we can discuss as far as this episode is that what was cool was that Negan did feel some remorse. And I see a comment is talking about in regards to.
Yes, Kelly says she thinks that Negan was being genuine. I do believe
that is
he's
true.
Super genuine. He cared about Carl.
He felt like Carl was real.
And then he spin a Rooney.
Let me explain to you something.
On Rick and told him you.
Another thing, when Carl was talking to him, is this who you wanted to be? Is this what you wanted? He was like, God damn it, kid. because he
Also-
really.
Oh, when they was up
Yes,
top
when
on
he
the-
was
when
there
they had
having a
that roof.
monologue
Yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
I thought we was having a
I
moment.
thought we was having
It's
a
like he
moment.
got through
Yeah.
because Negan wasn't always this, but like I said, Negan got lost in it because he had to keep the Simons in check. He had to keep he's trying to keep everyone alive.
You're gonna stand on that sword. Huh?
I'm just saying, I'm not saying Negan is right, but in his
He
mind,
literally said he was right like 5 minutes ago. But go ahead. Please.
let me
continue.
explain to you something. If the show started with you following Negan,
Right.
you would get how he got to that point.
Rick
I'm not
would
saying
know.
I'm not saying like because Rick has done stuff where he's gone over the line, how like hey, he killed that dude because he thought that they had the guns in there, but the dude was just trying to protect his child. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
and then
it goes both ways.
but then he
It
looked in
goes
the mirror
both
and he
ways.
realized what he
False
did.
equivalence.
So you don't believe that sometimes Negan has compassion?
I haven't seen the Negan episode yet where he has compassion. Only
If the show
compassion he
started with
showed-
us following
only
Negan,
only
then you would
compassion he showed-
then you would understand how Negan got to the point. Like I'm saying, Negan is the necessary evil to keep the Simons and
Okay.
the other people who are more
Let me
crazy
tell
in
you
check.
something.
So he was just showing them shows
You
of
could-
force.
you
Like
could repeat that as many times.
I'm just
as you
saying.
want, but at the end of the day,
somebody
if
has to
if
keep the
show-
monkeys in the zoo in check.
If
The only
the
compassion he showed was for Carl.
if the show
He
had
respects
you
people.
following
He
someone,
respects Carl.
if the show had you following someone who was trying to expand his empire
Yeah.
by stealing from people,
Conquering,
and forcing people,
raping,
and killing
pillaging,
people,
yeah.
rape, pillage, slavery,
Plunder. Yep.
right? We would not be so attached to the show, right? So
Yeah.
you cannot gloss that under the rug. And if you think
He's not
that-
a perfect
and if
leader,
you
man.
think-
He's not a perfect
you know
leader.
what?
Oh,
And
man.
neither were the colonizers, right? Because that is
All
what
I'm
Negan
just saying is
And
you
if
acting like Rick is perfect. Like Rick didn't go to
No.
Alexandria, was just like, yo, we're taking it from them.
yeah, for
They
one
don't deserve
episode,
this.
and then
And from Rick got in there, he got all of them killed. He got every single one of them killed
Yo,
and took it over with new
revisionist
people.
History is in full effect.
that's how it works.
So that didn't happen?
Oh
That didn't
my
happen.
God.
That didn't
You're
happen.
omitting facts.
He didn't go in there and just to say like, yo,
wow.
I missed to steal your girl. Yo, your wife is
No.
not my wife. I'm taking her.
Was she not getting abused?
Maybe because if she wasn't trying to
Like
F
Porch Dick?
every new dude who come in there with a swagger and
You
a
know
fucking
what?
cowboy
I
accent,
understand.
maybe she wouldn't be getting smacked.
Okay, I'm done. With
Oh,
you.
it's just like, oh,
I'm
whatever.
Done. I'm done.
What's happening on next
You're
week's
done.
episode? What's
You're done.
predictions?
I didn't even see the preview for next week's episode. You are fixed, sir. And I
I'm
understand
just
now
saying,
why
you gotta look for
support
things
Negan.
at everybody's
I
perspective,
understand
man.
why you are on Team Negan now. So
You gotta look
what-
at things
what
from
we
other
need
perspective.
to understand here today, folks, is that you support slavery.
No, I don't.
We understand that you support the colonizers.
Violence.
No, I
You
don't.
you support
Why are you putting
Run
words
down,
in my
the,
mouth?
run down the list.
You
Run down the
support
list.
the woman beating. You
Run
think
down the
that
list if they don't get
a
in
woman
line.
is scared, so she doesn't protest.
Or if she's not
that-
looking at every cowboy walking
then
into
she's
town.
Why
with it.
are you putting words in my
No,
mouth?
this is what you said. You just
Don't
said
you
the
put
shit.
that shit on me, Ricky Bobby.
You just said
Don't
she
you put that
deserved-
evil on me,
you
Ricky
said
Bobby.
she
You're wearing
deserved
the
to get
Negan
smacked.
cloth.
I said none of that.
You said all of that. And the
All
beauty
I'm
of
saying
this
is-
is that it's all on camera.
No, you're saying all of that. Don't you try to fake news.
If
This
you
is the
support-
deal.
Fake
You're
news.
carrying Lucille.
Fake news.
Hey, man.
Fake news.
Listen.
Okay, CNN, you better get out of here with that crap.
You see how he's calling CNN fake news? You see what he's doing?
CNN over here
I know
with that
He
fake
got
news.
the bat
He does have the bat.
Fake news.
and the jacket.
Fake news.
All I'm saying,
All right.
folks,
Did I say any of those words? Did any of those words that you say come out of my
okay,
mouth?
Let's say
Fake
what
news.
you did say. You said it's Rick's fault that his father's dead. You said that Rick should
Rick's fault that his father's dead,
that
or
his son is dead. You said that the girl from Alexandria.
Rick got everyone in Alexandria
he
killed.
got everyone killed. And
Hold
Rick,
up, hold
And
up.
he's missed
slow
to
down.
take your girl.
Slow down.
Did he
said-
not go
slow
on there
down.
and then want to? Did he not
Slow
try to
down.
take this dude's girl? Wasn't that some crazy stuff? It's not like he was just trying to protect her from being abused. No, it's just like I want your wife and I'm going to take her for my own.
Okay.
Yes or no? Yes or no? That's a yes or no question.
No.
Yes or no question?
No, I answered you. No. Now can I talk?
That's a lie.
now.
That is a complete lie.
Now, she was getting abused by her husband, and he jumped in there to try to save her. And the husband went and shot the leader of the Alexandrian.
Did Rick not say
And
we're
then
going to
that's
in
why
here? We're
Rick
going to
killed
take
him.
it from them.
For one episode,
Did Rick not say
and
that?
then he
Did
turned
Rick not say
around.
that?
Did Michonne not punch him in the face? And then they
Because so don't act like Rick is perfect because Michonne had to smack sense into him because he was
Okay.
wilding.
Okay, maybe somebody should smack sense into Negan, but you don't. You
I didn't
that.
say Negan was perfect.
No, but
I said Negan is wrong in the things
that
he does, and he got lost and he got drunk in his power.
You said if we
But he
followed
had-
Negan, we would have been good.
Yes.
That we would
No.
have
You said
been.
I
that
didn't
Rick
say
should
all
have
of that.
laid
I
down
said
and
that-
carried the bat.
I said that if he had went along, then if he was going to do it, he could have got close enough to him to do it later. It's because of his actions why his son is dead now. If he hadn't have shot above Sadiq's head or whatever, because Carl, if he had to listen to his son then maybe, Carl wouldn't have went back for him.
You just agreed with Negan that
It is Rick's fault because that wasn't on
got
Negan.
his son killed.
Was that on? Was that on?
That's not on Rick.
But is it on Negan
It's not.
or it's just on Carl?
It's on Carl.
Right, and again,
What
Let
did
me explain to you-
Negan?
let me
Hold on,
explain to you
what
something.
did Negan say during? What did Negan say during that conversation? He said he could have died any way.
Okay,
It could have been
we're gonna
today,
go
it could
back
have
to
been
the
tomorrow.
episode before this one. Remember when Carl was telling his dad, how easy it is to kill someone and how I just shot this dude, but it's just like you put your gun down and that you showed me, compassion and you were doing all this stuff on the farm and you did that for me. Because of Rick's softness is why his son is dead. If Rick was more hard and did the necessary evils, his son wouldn't be dead. Because if it's just like, we don't trust them new niggas over there, then his son wouldn't be effing dead.
Is officially off the rails.
Yeah.
Why? You mad because I'm right? You mad, Dougie? You mad because I'm right, though?
Kelly asked do we think we've seen the last of Jadis, and I don't think so.
You
Jadis
like
is
how I
dark
made my
smoking.
point, though.
No, you're
Okay.
wrong.
No,
but
you
you're
didn't
just
make-
gonna keep
no.
repeating
Yeah,
yourself
okay.
and yelling louder, so we're moving.
But
on.
I'm right, though.
Um,
Because if y'all want to do what y'all,
is
because you
Trump
see,
style.
because y'all saw it, you know that's a fact.
Okay.
Didn't we all hate when Rick was on his soft stuff? It's just like, Rick is getting people killed because he's on some, I want to plant some stuff, but he's doing it for Carl. But Carl was on the, I got to kill, if I don't trust you, I got to kill you.
That was
Okay.
because of pacing. That
Yeah,
had nothing
whatever.
To do with,
It's because of
Also,
Rick's being
also,
bad leadership and bad
I'm
decisions.
giving myself a one shot. If you'll allow me to speak, please, sir. Is that okay with you?
Go ahead.
Now, firstly, to say that Rick planting things is getting people killed.
Yo, Rick was soft,
That
please,
is season
sir,
4.
Soft, dude.
please,
You literally
please.
have
You
a one
soft.
shot.
Please.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, Carl said his whole point in his letter to everyone, to the world, is that there is another way, a better way, and Rick has done it before, and he specifically pointed to when Rick was planting again, to show that we can become
Can't we all just get along?
gardeners, right?
Yeah.
And the seeds that we sow are those that we will reap one day. And maybe people's base nature is to just be the biggest swinging you-know-what in the jungle. But maybe there's a better way where we can live together, and somebody has to show that. And that is what, if Carl died for anything, it was to show them that. And for all that you say that Negan is doing the right thing, if Carl's dream is going to come true, then Negan and Rick are going to come to some kind of accord that this war can't go on forever. And we know that that's going to happen. So you cannot say that Negan's doing things that is Rick's fault, because what if it was Rick never says I'm taking, he never took any group by force, and anybody that he's came across, he
Except
gave them
the
a choice.
Alexandrians.
He didn't take them. They gave him
brought
that
in
right.
and gave him the keys.
Because they saw that they were soft and like, oh shit, these people are
And
crazy.
now, can we get to Kelly's question so we can get the show back on the rails? Do we think this is the last we've seen of Jadis?
I don't think
No.
so.
And why not?
Because she has an effing helicopter and solar panels and other wild, crazy stuff under there and technology they didn't even know that they was still available in the damn world. And then they're going to find out, like, holy crap, it's some shit that she has underground there that they were just putting the garbage on top of to hide it.
Or Morgan is just going to steal it and go
The helicopter?
fly over to Mexico.
That's how he goes to Mexico, possibly.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
I think Jadis is her.
No, she's useful.
Her character is that she doesn't want to be alone. in this world. You know what I mean? So that in itself, and she's seen what Simon did, so of course she's going to have some type of anger and resentment towards that. So I would think that she would want to get hooked up with Rick in any way possible, and then explain how she can be resourceful and get revenge on Simon. That's the only way she can
basically, because she got to avenge all her people that she turned into chili.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. They're
but also,
chili.
let me go back to rebut your point.
No,
like it's 30 seconds. It's real fast. The whole thing with that whole Rick and the planting of vegetables and all of that stuff, because he was trying to real call back from, like, you can't just kill people, and even it's just like it's in between. You certain times you got to kill people, sometimes you don't. But him on that soft shit, what have we learned from this show? If we learn anything, if you are the moral compass of the show, you're effing dead.
Unless you're Rick.
Yeah.
Rick don't die. Or Morgan.
You know what I'm saying? But anytime you're too soft, but you have to snap out of that shit. You can get on you sometimes, but snap out of that shit.
Right. Now, here's a better question I'll ask. Could we see Garbage Mouth Lady joining Rick's group?
Of course she have a helicopter and mad wild technology that they're hiding.
You see her meshing as like one of the team. I get
yes, and she's gonna stop talking with the stupid fake accent that she was talking with.
No, I don't. I see Simon killing her.
She has if she, like, you don't think that helicopter and all that other stuff is gonna come back into play?
No, that's not the question. He's asking.
Simon said to her.
That's no. That's not the question. Steve just asked. Can you see her meshing, like now she's a part of the
Rick's group? She's going to be.
Yeah, but for the long haul. That's what he's asking, for the long haul. Not in the immediate. In the immediate, of course, we could see her helping out and doing this and saying, yo,
she's probably going to get killed because she's like,
just saying in the long
she's not
haul,
day one character, so she's probably going to get killed. But she's going to be with Rick because she has an asset that they need. We don't know what else she has, but because like we knew about the helicopter because that was foreshadowed, and we was just there like, was that a hallucination? Was that like I was talking some dumb crap like maybe that helicopter's gonna save Carl or whatever the hell I was talking about? But now we know because Simon said, "Oh, there's a helipad," so now that takes it back to okay, they have the helicopter that's theirs, and there's solar panels. So what are the solar panels powering? We don't know whatever else they have there, but I believe that they're using the garbage to hide whatever else they have there. So we don't know what they have or what she has.
Right.
So, of course, they're like, Rick, that's going to give them the one-up on, Negan's group.
I see her doing naked paintings at the Hilltop.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though.
With Maggie.
Kelly says that Jadis can't be trusted, right?
Right.
Garbage Mouth Lady. And that she's betrayed both sides. But here's the thing.
She's Team Jadis just like how Eugene is Team Eugene. I'm trying to keep myself alive.
Maybe not. But I think that there's a redeemable arc because I remember when I wanted Father Gabriel where he was just on the shit list, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
You could bring him back. And I think if we can trust Father Gabriel now,
they did that in a really good way, too.
I think that we can trust Jadis at some point, Garbage Mouth Lady.
Right.
I trust, what's his name, Dwight to a point.
Nah,
but it seems like next week.
Trust his face.
Nope. Don't trust his face. He got to die.
He's Team Dwight.
Got to die.
Sometimes people are just Team them.
Right.
Like Rick is Team his people. You know what I'm saying? And he don't really trust new people until you prove yourself as trusted. Like he stopped doing that shit where they ask people the questions if they would bring them on. Now it's just like I shoot above your head. It's just like because I don't even want to take the chance.
He didn't want to even see her face at that moment.
But it's just like Rick doesn't want to take the chance because he's not taking no chances with nobody. So if he doesn't kill people, but he'll just shoot above their head. Right. You feel me? But Negan's way is just like, okay, I got to kill at least one person to show you that I mean business because I don't want more people to die.
Right.
Okay, so how do we think this is?
Even if whatever, he makes sure that he eats and all that taking whatever, but that feeds everybody. He makes sure everyone eats.
All right.
You feel me? Nobody starves. And all that shit that he was doing to Rick and them, it could be like the more you buck against the system that I'm trying to do whatever, it's just like you don't get what I'm trying to do because I can't show that these people that I'm being soft. You feel me? It's just like how that whatever dude had compassion for Ezekiel, this dude who got killed last week. You feel me? It's just like I have to show them that I mean business, so I have to Gavin. I have to do something to show these other crazy people that I mean business. I'm not saying Gavin. Yeah. I'm not saying Negan is right and perfect. I'm saying he got drunk on his power and he lost himself in it. But I don't believe he's wholly evil. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, whatever.
Do you believe he's pure evil? I don't think so.
No, and I think they're trying to thread a needle, but to me, Negan is irredeemable.
Right.
I believe he's redeemable because what's going to happen is Simon is going to be doing too much crazy stuff, and I believe that Negan might end up on Rick's side.
So I mean, we're
and is Maggie gonna allow that? Forget about Rick forgiving him. Rick maybe could find a way to forgive him, but
because what you call it wants a raise, they might kill her, and she might get killed in the war. So
that's a crazy veering off from the story.
Yeah.
I have a question.
It doesn't matter, man. There's a lot of veering
what's
off.
Your questions?
They could do whatever.
What do you think the point was for Simon killing everyone, even though he was directly told to just make an example out of one?
Because he wants power. He's going he said those people that she has is my people, so I don't give a F about none of them. I want to show force. Like all the time when you see, you know how like Gavin would go to people that's just like, I'm just doing this so for people to survive. I'm not even coming to whatever. It's just like, okay, you do whatever because this is just how it is so that everyone can survive. Right. You feel me? But Simon is on some, I want to kill everyone.
Now, again,
Simon enjoys this shit.
Now, here's the problem. And I think that's a good point to tie all of this stuff together. Now, see, when you lead like Negan, you will get Simons. And as soon as
Simons were already there.
Please, 1 second. Now, because Simon
I have a
is
follow-up
already
question
there,
after you say what you say.
As soon as he sees some softness or emotion in Negan, he will try to take over. Okay. Now, as opposed to leading in a way where we will take out the people who want to live like Simon, but anybody else, it's by choice. It's not we're taking something from you. We want to build something. We want to rebuild society together, as opposed to doing it through force and violence. We will come after you if you hurt innocent people, but that is it.
Let me explain to you something. Everybody has their different way of leading. It's just like how Ezekiel had his way because it's like, oh, this is a dude talking all Shakespearean and walking around with a tiger. It's just like, oh, we got to follow that dude. And Negan is just like, okay, these are sociopaths are killing everybody. So it's just like, I'm going to walk around with a leather jacket. I'm going to swing a bat at people and just, be charming. And then I just get these people to lay down and show that I'm crazier than them, so that more people don't get killed. So it's just like, I'm not saying whoever is right, but in each person's head, they are right.
Fantastic.
It's just like just like when you watch Game of Thrones, everybody has their motivations for why they're doing it, but everybody's goal is self-preservation and the survival of their own particular group. Okay. But Negan's goal is for everyone to survive and for the least people to die. I'm not saying, because you remember when that episode when he was talking to Carl and he told him, oh, these women, like, they choose to do that. He don't tell them to do whatever, and then he's just there like, yes, you, like, these, because they're fearful of you. He's not, because Negan doesn't believe he's forcing anybody because he doesn't realize whatever. And when women tell him no, he doesn't force them to do anything because every single one of them can tell him no. But I'm not saying he's not lost in his power or whatever the hell like that, but he's not perfect.
Here's my other question as we get
I believe you when we haven't seen it play out, but we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. My follow-up question is just that, and so if from what we know of Negan, right, and from what we've seen of Simon, which is why I asked you that question of why do we think Simon did what he did, is there was a conversation, if it's to be believed, that he had with Father Gabriel when they were locked up in the container, right, in season 8 A side, right? Yeah. He had said that he saw how chaotic everything was, and he had righted the ship. And so, is there an assumption that possibly, right, if you're talking about he wanted power, and you're saying you get those Simons who sniff any sign of weakness and they get ready to jump in and pounce, right? Is there a possibility that Simon was once, if we believe Negan in anything he says. Was there a possibility that Simon was at one time the leader of any possibility?
Yeah.
And
Negan had to show him he was more crazy than
put
him.
him down.
Yeah.
And now he's running the ship, and Simon's sitting there waiting for the day to become king again.
King again. That's what I believe it is that Negan had to show these crazy people, I'm more crazy than you. He's just like, shit, what do? I have to do something crazy or whatever. I have to show them that I mean business. So he came out with Lucille and just started, being on his Ezekiel and I have a tiger.
But if you're saying but you're just answering your own question, even in that I'm asking the question and you're answering it or agreeing in some case. If that's the case, then Negan is just grade A-hole from the rip, because if Simon was running things however he was running it, and he was getting things done however he was getting it done, and Negan came in and said, F all this, I'ma take it, right? And he went crazier than Simon. You just said that he's crazier than Simon.
He had to, because too many people were getting killed, so he had to show the crazy people that he's more crazy people than them. So then whatever people did, whatever, I'm just going to kill one person to show them that I mean business so that people fall in line.
I got nothing.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Okay, folks.
There's a logic to it. I'm not just saying
about this.
You don't have to agree with Negan's logic, but there's a logic to it, and I see the logic behind it.
All right.
I mean, we can see whatever we want, but
everybody has their reasons for the thing, why they do the things that they do.
I'm just saying that
and sometimes people's reasoning gets a lot of people killed. It's just like how Ezekiel believed, like, I'm going to be all Shakespearean or whatever, and then he did whatever, and then he got a whole bunch of people killed. Like, all the warriors got killed because of him just believing, like, oh, we're just going to do whatever. We're just going to march in there, and we're just going to win, instead of scoping shit out more and planning shit.
He didn't know he had machine guns?
But that's why you plan shit more and just assuming, like, we'll not lose one.
We could say whatever style of leadership.
I'm just saying,
I'm on team.
People do shit. And then a lot of people get killed. Like, Rick has done shit, and a lot of people get killed.
You know what, though? He was
Ezekiel
still trying
did shit,
to do the
and
right
got a lot of people got killed. Negan does shit, and it's like, I'm going to kill one person, so hundreds of people don't die.
Don't forget, burn people's faces and take their wives.
He clearly threw a doctor into a blast furnace. But whatever.
Yeah, he definitely threw a doctor into a furnace. And
said, Eugene, you're up.
Hey, man.
We only need one of you.
All right.
We got to prove points.
All right.
I'm not saying he's right, but everybody has the reasons why they do the things they do. Just like when you watch Game of Thrones, I don't agree with everybody's point, but I see the reason why they do the things that they do. You don't have to agree. What you're doing right now is agreeing with Joffrey. That's what you're doing. No, Joffrey had to die. Joffrey had to go. All right. On that note, folks, we thank everybody that tuned in, especially Kelly. Thank you. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for keeping us on point. Keep making sure we do this show on time. Yes. We appreciate that, and we will absolutely be back next week on no later than same 10:30. Bad time, same bad channel. And if you still want some things to watch, we are actually going to get ready to go live at 11:30 sharp, when we will discuss our Oscar predictions versus the Oscar reality. So if you want to do this Oscar talk, 11:30 we'll go live. 11:35. Sure, but we will be going live in a few minutes to do these Oscar recaps, and then we will have another show for you soon. There's more content coming on the way. Again, yes. Tell them where they can find you, Mr. Johnson. The Dude Abides with a Z. And a couple periods in between. All right. And Mr. Woods. Why Woods, Why Not on most social media outlets, or whywoodswhynot.com. Okay, there we go. Yep. And you can find me on your favorite social media network, as long as it's not Snapchat. At Steve A.M. Johnson. Nobody uses that shit anymore. Now, wow. That is stock it, folks. Plummeted like a couple billion. We'll be right back, and check out, if you're into politics, you can check out the second page, which will get recorded. It gets recorded every Saturday at around 11 to 12. And politics we got another show, 36 Chambers of Fatherhood, if you want to hear fathers talk about how their lives are over. So, again, this has been On the Real, After the Credits, Hugs Not Drugs, and Team Negan. We'll be back. Wakanda Forever. Always. We are out of here, folks. Oh, my God.